Hello, everyone. This is Grandmaster Jessie Bowen, and welcome to our training program today. Today, I've joined with Shihan Dana Abbott, and many of you already know him if you're involved in the martial arts. If you're not involved in the martial arts, he's a martial artist, but this call is about the other things that we do, and that is about the coaching and training. We want to talk to you about the different aspects of coaching. So if you are interested in coaching, we want to share that. I have a book out, and it's called Kickstart Your Coaching Biz, and the website is the same title. It is kickstartyourcoaching.biz is the website. But this is where we focus on individuals, not martial artists. Let's put martial artists to the side for right now. We're talking to anyone that you can now learn. Now, I encourage you, if you love to speak and you feel like you have wisdom and knowledge and you want to learn, there's life skills and then there's knowledge skills, and we're going to be talking about that today to give you an aspect what's the difference in there. Hey sir, how you doing?
Really well. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hey sir, I'm doing great, and thank you for taking the time out to be on this call. I always really love engaging with you in conversation. We have so many great things going on because we share, the alike things about the mind, the body, and about learning and knowledge. So you're where, in Arizona?
Yes, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Well, I really do love your website. I've seen a lot of the things that you have there and about you as a coach. So you have the martial arts side. And that's what we're doing when we have these online training courses. We may not be sitting in front of you, but if you're taking any of our online courses, we're coaching you. If you have a question in there, you can e-coach by sending us an email. We can still work with you. We can do everything but physically touch you. We can help you become better if this is what you want to do. So, and we want, especially in the martial arts business, when you're having to deal with individuals every day, times have changed. The old information may not be up to date because we're dealing with a new student, a new personality, someone that's totally different. So we may want to upgrade our, get in contact with what's going on today. How are kids thinking? What are they doing? That's a whole another knowledge. That's why you want to go to take some classes about coaching so you can be able to deliver that. So, sir, let's talk about you for a few moments. I know, we had talked earlier about that we have the corporate side and then we have the martial arts side. And both of them are very similar because both are trying to get better to actually grow themselves. So let's talk about, your coaching, both sides, your corporate trainings for businesses and also your training programs that you have online to help people.
Well, originally my training programs were around just martial arts, and that is at learnthesword.com. Through that, I slowly started working back here in the United States with corporations, and then I immediately made up a couple of websites. One is called danaabbott.com, and that deals with team development and coaching. The other one, it's about first impressions. That's more dealing with the individual within a corporation. So we have one just for the individual and the other one for the group, so we can have the best of both worlds and not have them spin their wheels or waste their time, because as you said earlier, there is a new set of people out there that think a little differently and we have to adjust to them. Therefore, I already have done that. Now, the approach is still the same as we used to, say 50 years ago. It's just the avenues that we take now are much different, which works out very, very well, especially since you're over on the East Coast and I'm over here in Arizona, and we can communicate like this. Before, as you well know, it was the person standing in front of you and beating on their legs, or you working with them with a pencil, making sure that they can get out there and deal with the corporate entity much better. But in this new era of online coaching, this works out really, really well. So they can get the gist and the idea and understand how to do it. And then later at a later date, we can work with them individually or in groups at a personal level, which will put in extra polishing to make sure their coaching is just like ours.
Well, that's the great thing about technology. So let's talk about the different types of coaching. So
Yes.
number one, you got coaching, then you have mentors. And this is important for people who are mentors. And a lot of the times, a person that's a mentor, they're mentoring from their own personal life skills, not necessarily meaning that they've gone out and found them the latest technology and information on how to mentor someone. Most of it is, I did this, and so you don't go do it. So the education about mentoring and coaching are very similar. So there's all different types of coaches. There's life coaching. What is a life coach? A life coach is a person that really specializes in helping you to gain or solve problems. You don't need a coach unless there's a problem to be solved. If you got a problem to be solved, then coaching is a good place to do. And this is what we try to do. If I'm dealing with a life coach, maybe that person is working on goal setting, and they want to. I specialize in goal setting, law of attraction, meditation, release, intuition. So I have a whole list of things that I do and I teach on, that I work on helping people to be able to break through those barriers that they're trying to be as a life coach. You have coaching for right now, working with people who want to write books. We have now produced 19 books. 5 of those are in the martial arts masters and pioneers, who's who in the martial arts. So now we're starting to develop a program for coaching for people that want to write and develop a success point in the publishing and writing business. So we're helping them using our model of what we've done to help them to make a shortcut. And that's what coaching can do, is help you to make shortcuts. Business coaching, spent 39 years in the martial arts business, sold my school last year. I looked at over the past 10 years that I leased a building. We spent over $1 million just for rent, So, you got to break a lot of eggs in order to pay the rent. And so, again, with great business models, being able to deliver what we love doing through the martial arts teaching. But, I was a coach in the martial arts, but yet and still, I possess certain skills to motivate people for longevity in my martial arts business. And then we have corporate training. And corporate training is, I'm a corporate educator. So someone could be in corporate training, but not be a corporate educator. So I'm with a company which is Duke CE, and they actually have corporate educators all over the world, and they're all specialized. But the great part about what we're doing, we're actually continuing to talk about the martial arts and what we're doing. So when I'm doing trainings and primarily focus on closings, just did a closing for Nike, American Express. I've done Raytheon, Swiss Re. My first job was in Switzerland for Duke CE, but they are an international company. So these are some of the things we want to share that you can do, whether you're in the martial arts or not. Again, this program is for everyone, not just martial artists. Our focus is to help everyone in doing that. But you may have a certain niche that you do that you can transfer into coaching. You maybe do something well, someone else may want to know it. Become a certified coach, learn the process of delivering your information. I know, Shihan, I know for the banquet, you did a great not demonstration, but a great lecture about breaking through in life. You use the sword, you use the stand as your props. And so when I'm doing corporate trainings, I do very similar, same thing you're doing. They fly my sword and my stand and my mat all over the world, for me to do this very unique thing for corporate executives who never, hey, they're great people. They're great right and left brain people, but they never say anything physically like what we actually do. So that becomes intriguing. And I know that what you did at our banquet this year. I had a chance to see you, and that was very, very impressive.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about some of the things that you do in your training programs for corporate or business trainings.
Well, in my training programs, everybody is an individual or a group, and we have to work on what is called Shihan, the basics. Usually, though, everybody has a mentor. Yeah, everybody in the world has someone they look up to from the time they were a little kid. They more or less push out motivation. I see him and I want to become him. But as coaches, we teach discipline, because without discipline, no one will be able to do anything the next day. And that's where I work mostly with, is discipline, to make sure if I can teach them to fish today, they can do it tomorrow. Even in corporate world, the basic of getting fish or signing contracts for a new merger between Apple and Microsoft is almost the same pattern. It just adds a few more nouns and verbs to it, basically. But all in all, the feeling is the same. Someone who wants to be a coach, they have in the back of their head, I don't know what to do. I'm a little scared. Maybe I'm not good enough to be a coach. Maybe I'm not good enough to do this. But if they become certified through, for example, through the system, and they start working that way, you'll be discovered that the scaredness, the anxieties aren't really that much. You just think about it. You think into it too deep.
Well, when we look at martial arts, and that's what makes someone that's a martial arts instructor, this is what makes it great already, is because we're already teaching this. So when you now specialize, and that's what I call it, specialize. When, as a martial arts instructor, I come in with something very special, because I'm coming in talking about discipline, I'm talking about focus, I'm talking about attitude, I'm talking about how do you see yourself, the Clark Kent and Superman. Because I don't have to teach them about all the information that they have, because I'm sealing the deal of giving them an image that they can connect what they've been studying on, and can see how this breaking through barriers, how does a martial arts do it? I'm a black belt. When you can see, believe, and think, then you are. So a big part of my chant in my class, my whole thing is about the black belt mentality. I am black belt. I am black belt. So they go around shouting, I am black belt. Then I, teach them a couple of things, because generally when I'm doing closes, they're about 30 minutes. So it's not like I'm there all day. So I have to do the wow statement to leave them with an impression. And so, I do some board breaking in there and have them to break a board. They've never experienced that. I have them write their goals and their breakthroughs they're looking to achieve. And I do this in a very specific order. And this is sort of what it helps them be able to do. So if you are, anyone that's looking to, and it really doesn't matter whatever, because coaching, the fundamental principles of coaching, they go into all aspects in there. And, even in sports, sir, we can, this applies to our sports team, and especially in the martial arts side, because the physical motion, finding, especially I see in the, lacrosse team, sword work, Joe work, movement work, Aikido, so we have all these things that connect back in there.
Yes, we do. The connection is hard for some people, though. But if you really think about it, you pull out the basics and you work from the basics and you build off of that. So many people are distracted by today's electronics that they don't give it 100% of their attention, which means they're going to miss something. And especially if they're going to coach, they have to keep in mind that everybody's looking at their phone. And that's why we use the props as a sword, because for a short time, we gain 100% of their attention, which is very, very important. And after we get their 100% of attention, then they learn how to do that with their own, because that's one of the most difficult things to do in this new era, is making people pay attention so you can be their coach or you can be their mentor, because if they're looking down at their screen, that's their mentor and that's their coach. So I look at it as, if you work here or you work in Japan, you work in any other part of the world, everybody is starting the same thing that we got to break them free of, because there has to be coaches that get the information out on people.
And what we try to do as a coach, whether it's to a business or to a individual, it's really about building relationships. And that's where, being a coach is about, really enhancing the relationship of how do I make this person better? What do we do? Being able to focus on their business, or being able to focus on their problems. In most cases, you see that goal setting, having a clear vision, being able to understand what the objective actually is. What are the things that the client wants to be able to actually achieve? This takes a whole lot of study and research on, what are the right questions, because we can have a conversation, but I'm not asking you the right questions, so you still don't get the right answers, from that. So questions is a true part in the process of adding value to, because if I ask you a question, you have a moment to reflect on that question. And when we can understand the why and the purpose, then we can actually move forward. So when you're coming into the concept, coaching is a great thing. If you are already teaching, you have a business, you want to help to someone else grow in your business, then taking a coaching course is important. And so for Shihan Abbott and for myself, we're going to be setting up some classes on how to be an effective coach, how to be able to kickstart your business. This is valuable for starting the coaching business. This is valuable for improving the quality of your martial arts program, or improving the quality of your business. Because because coaching is about leadership. So when you come in and we're talking about the martial arts, or whether we're talking about growing your business, whether you're outside business, it really doesn't matter, because it all becomes the same. And so I know that you're out there doing a lot of different venues of with your training program, and I know you come across a lot of instructors that may be struggling. And in many cases, what I've found that martial artists are in struggle is about the information that they don't know. They don't know about social media. They don't know about things like we're doing today. They don't know or willing to change from the information of delivering their information in a different way, so that this generation here, they can understand what they say is that, how do I get the same thing without sacrificing what I do? How can I get the same thing and be happy with the results? Well, I need to know myself what I'm trying to present and what is the outcome that I want to do. And it makes it easy if you have a coaching or mentor or a background. And I love what you said, is it's really about the basics, but many people don't know what the basics actually are.
And that is so true. When you work with different people, their meaning of the basics and another person's meaning of the basics are very, very different. So we have to create that relationship as a coach with them, as you said earlier. The nice thing about creating a relationship with it, they will give you then 100% of your undivided attention. But there's so many coaches out there that don't give in the 100%. Therefore, their students don't, because they don't know how to follow it. Moreover, the word procrastination comes in, because procrastination, you can just sit back and enjoy it. Where discipline, you have to do something about it. So as a coach, we have to make sure that they stay disciplined and motivated, but the procrastination level is minimized. just because it has to be. But there's so much out there to make people procrastinate. Here's a good example. Just imagine that your house is burning down. You have this big image of your house burning down, and there you are in front of the house mowing the lawn instead of doing what needs to be done. There are so many people like that. They can see the problem. They know what they should do. They have the ability to do it. They have all the information at their fingertips. They just don't look down at their hands and get things done. What do you think about that?
Well, this is a problem in life, and procrastination is that wicked killer of all dreams. You know, most people get in trouble, especially in business, because of procrastination, sending in your tax reports, doing all those ABC things of doing. So again, this is another great area. If someone said, well, you know, maybe you're that person that you procrastinate. You say, well, I need to get rid of this. I want to learn how to be able to get things done. Well, this is that great opportunity for you to find a weakness, be making a strong point, and for you to make this a part of your coaching program, because that's where in most cases, this is what we do. In procrastination, the question I would ask the procrastinator is, how much does it cost you for procrastinating? I mean, how much does it cost you? If you look at the money that's for late fees of not making your bill payment on time. And this is what the credit bureau this is the purpose of the credit bureau. They are a organization or company that they focus on your habits. So, and those habits tell whether or not someone else should trust you. What they're doing, their major focus is looking at your discipline. Do you procrastinate? Are you always late? So then the question is, how much does it cost you to be late? How many good ideas pass you by because you didn't take advantage of it and you did not engage in that idea? And guess what? It goes out to the universe and it goes to someone else. You look down the road 6 months later, the idea you were thinking about, someone else has already, achieved it. So again, the procrastination and in companies, this is a killer in your life. This is the thing that holds you back. When I find something to do, I'm immediately to take action on it, because I know if I wait, then I'll find something else to do. Sometimes to procrastinate is good, not just jumping out and doing things, but that type of procrastination is an information. Give me more information before I make my decision. Just brush it to the side, not do anything. So in coaching, we help people to move beyond that point, because we have courses already set up that you can go through that gives you the ABCs about how to make changes in your life, how to move beyond procrastination, then how to teach others. So it's systems, and this is what we bring to you. We bring to you systems, and systems, they just work. If you can, and procrastination is a system. If you find you're not getting what you want in life, you're working the wrong system. So you want to be trying to focus on a system that's going to be working for you.
Another thing that we haven't spoken about, a lot of times we only talk about the positive aspects of coaching, but we're still dealing with individuals, and individuals have a lot of thoughts in the back of their head. One main one is the dream stealer. Most people that want to start a business, they ask their friends, they ask their relatives, they ask all sorts of people, and people are brutally honest. Nah, you can't do that. I want to start a tutor time. Nah, it's going to cost too much. I want to start my own martial arts school, or I want to start this. Nah, it take too many years. These are people that love these people, and they still put them down in one way or another, because I guess it's easier to tear someone down than it is to build them up. And that's why we're here. They've been around so many dream stealers that they need another entity they can look at to help them maintain or work for new goals and aspirations. And that is a really important factor with a coach. That's why we have coaches in the sports industry, because without a coach, there wouldn't be a 9-second, 100-yard dash.
Well, you're exactly right. A coach, the basketball team doesn't go out and play basketball against another team that's been well coached, and they're going to try to beat this team when they've got someone looking over their shoulder saying, oh, no, listen here. They pull out the little clipboard. This is a strategy. That's that word. This is a strategy that we're going to use to be able to do this. We're going to use this strategy because it's in the system. And again, what we've said is that systems work. And so when you now have a plan, you can move forward. GPS, you can be out there and you lost your signal in your GPS, and now you're just lost. You don't know what to do. You're wandering around. It's taking too much time. You don't know where the next service station is. You don't know if you can refuel your vehicle to continue on this blind journey. And there might be someone standing on the side of the road. You stop and you pray that they give you the right direction on this journey. But the question that you ask is, how much time did you waste? So no matter where you are in your life, you can now start on whatever you want to start on. If there's a dream that you've been wanting to be, do, or have, you can have it. All you have to do is have the right information, the right resources. You might say, well, I don't have money. Well, money is a resource. The question is, have you looked at all the resources that may be available to you to solve the financial issues? Because you have to be able to do that. And as coaches, we and business owners, for Shihan and for myself, we can tell you a lot of things you should not do, especially signing leases and all this other stuff. What do I need to do? How do I need to start? Do I just jump out and do it? Is there a small process? Well, this is what we help you do. Now, remember, this is in any business, no matter whatever that business actually is, and plus we have a great network of other coaches. So we're inviting you to learn how to become a coach and how to add this, to your martial arts. Now, let's get to the next thing, which is that really good part that sort of helps to facilitate that. We talk about coaching because this is what we love doing. But let's look at the financial side. Okay. If you're in the corporate coaching, this is a very lucrative business if you're now working with, executives. You can go in for a half a day, be paid $5,000, $10,000 for showing up for that half a day and all your expenses and being able to do that. Now, that's really good to be able to do that if you develop that value. So there is the financial reward for being a coach. Now, that's on a corporate level. Individual levels, it's the same identical thing. Now, you're not, you figure that the average coach gets $100 to $150 an hour for being life coaching or providing these services to them. I know for myself with the blog radio show, life coaching. So I've been involved in coaching and coaching aspects, for the past, 15, 20 years. You got sports performance coaching. I say to martial artists, if you wanted to really grow your martial arts school and connect in the community, go to one of the high schools. Tell them you will volunteer to be a martial arts performance coach for their football program. Teach them movements about making blocks, how to increase their hand speed, agility speed. Do it for free. Because as a martial arts school, people that know you, like you, they will begin to buy from you. So it's not about what I do that was free. It's about the efforts that I put in and the returns that come from it. Just like this call today, it's about the effort that we're putting into it. We really know we have a good partnership together. So when you come in with Shihan, Abbott, and myself, we're going to be bringing you information that you probably will not get, especially the way that we're going to deliver it for you and help you be able to move forward. So we're going to be setting up some additional class Today's class is just sort of an interview, or get a chance to hear what we're talking about, what we're doing. If you look at our backgrounds of who we are as martial artists, and hopefully you can see that our personal achievements in the short time that we've been doing it, we've had a lot of great success, and we want to help other individuals to create success in their lives. Don't wait. You can remember. I can walk up the stairs, or I can get on the elevator. Nowadays, I'm into the elevator. I probably need to walk up the stairs, but I'm onto the elevator. How do I move forward? And again, with the, Shihan has produced several great books. I've done, several great books through the Who's Who in the martial arts series. So, we're going to be offering, the book publishing opportunity to help you, publish your own book, to help you be able to understand coaching in your martial arts schools. And remember, when you're looking at coaching, you may even have people that in your environment, whether it's your martial arts school, on your job, that they may have problems they need to have resolved, and you now possess the skill sets to help them solve problems. This is where financial success comes in, is when I can help you now solve a problem that empowers you and creates value that allows you to be able to have financial means to be able to do and enjoy some of the things that you would like to do. You only have one life. So in that one life, you have to ask, what is my purpose? And if you feel that being a teacher, mentor, coach is one of your purposes, but you just haven't taken the time to research or find it, well, we want to be your easy button, and you can call us individually. Again, we're going to be having several classes that we're going to share in together, because we want to empower people. We want to be a part of the positive change. There's enough negative stuff to go around. Step out of it. Get out of it. That's not empowering your life. What you want to do, you want to learn, you're being here on planet Earth, what does it bring to you? What you think, sir?
I think time management is an issue with a lot of people. If you think about it, when you make a game plan, people's time management also has to be coached. There are a lot of people out there that have these great ideas, these wonderful aspirations. I'm going to be a millionaire. But how do they become a millionaire? Because there's a big line between the first dollar and the millionth dollar. So in coaching, as you said earlier, we need a game plan. No, they need to adhere to a simpler game plan, which means let's make $100,000 first. And after you get that experience down, let's try for $250,000, then $500,000. And then after a little time, after the experience and the problems have been solved, you can easily see $1 million. That's why millionaires are so confident. When they weren't millionaires, they were just like us. I remember, since I got my first undergraduate degree in geography, I traveled the world for 15 years. There were lots of times where people were following me and I didn't know where the hell I was going. A matter of fact, I was thinking about turning around and going back because maybe I went too far. I didn't. I got my goals. The people who were with me trusted me to that. Like a captain of the ship. He isn't always right, but he always looks like he's always right. And being a coach and being someone that is a leader or a mentor, they can't show their weak side, only to their wives.
Don't show it there.
No.
You're exactly right. And so everyone, we want to do things to make a difference. And like I said, we both have, we have this, close to 100 years, of life experience. Then we have the educational, the certifications, and all of those things that go with that. There are other programs out that you can actually do. What we bring to you are action programs, because we're doing it every day. You know, we're in the corporate sector, we're in the business sector. You know, our programs are on automatic learning, and we're actually having through the American Martial Arts Alliance Institute educational classes that you can get to. I mean, there's so many things, but the key thing that you just said about the millionaire thing is that you have to mentally move yourself from the poverty mind state. So if you want to be a millionaire, but you still think about you have a poverty mindset, that's not going to happen. So yeah, and also check your 5 closest friends. You know, what are they doing? That's going to tell you a lot about your life. So being in a coaching class with us, this is what we're doing. You know, say, well, what's the big advantage for you guys? Well, is it the money? Well, when you do better, we do better. But our big emphasis is to prove that we can develop successful minded people that can impact and make a difference in the world, can make a difference in your own zone, because this is what we need to do. We need to have people that can make a difference in their communities, in their businesses, in their personal relationships, in their financial relationships. So this is what we're doing. We have the information, and every time that we actually do something, we get better. So it's not really all about you. It's about we're getting better. So when we see you get better, then we're getting better. We know we're getting better as coaches, better as leaders, and better as teachers. Now that we've covered a lot of information, and if you have any questions, you can contact us individually about setting up coaching classes. If you want to learn more about how to become a certified coach, you can go to my website, which is called kickstartyourcoaching.biz. Kickstartyourcoaching.biz. In 2015, I published a book, and that's the same name of the book. The book is titled Kickstart Your Coaching Biz. It's available on Amazon. It's available at Barnes & Noble. So, check it out. But remember, you have a lot of value. Everyone has a lot of value. There are things you could do. You can make a change and make a difference today. Hey, sir, how can we get up with you? Someone wants to contact you.
Just go through my websites. That makes it easy. DanaAbbott.com, DANAABBOTT, like Abbott and Costello.com, or It's About First Impressions. It's About First Impressions allows people to be able to communicate, to be able to get their foot in the door. The other one, DanaAbbott.com, is more of a team building site that deals with groups of people in corporations. And of course, you can always get me at LearnTheSword.com, or just put my name into any search engine and I'll pop up.
Well, that's great, sir. You can also check out my website, which is www.coachjessiebowen.com, and go to my website and see some of the products that we've developed, some of the things that we're doing. And again, our goal is to make a difference in the world. Don't forget to nominate your martial arts hero by going to www.who'swhointhemartialarts.com and nominate your martial arts hero. Our final edition of the Masters and Pioneers book will be coming out in July. It's going to be back in Las Vegas. So you'll have an opportunity to, nominate someone. We're just starting this big push right now. We are going to be launching our children's book. You're going to hear more about that in the upcoming months. And we want to work with the kids for them to have an impact on who they are in the martial arts today. Well, Shihan, I really do thank you for being on. I think we had a great information video call today.
I enjoyed it.
And like I said, we're getting better with technology, aren't we?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we got on pretty fast today. It was good.
Well, especially, I had Jessica here helping me, you have to keep, that's why I said she's coaching me on some things. She's an employee, but she's actually coaching me on things. But this is what we do. And this is what Jessica's doing right now as our marketing coordinator for the AMAA. So anyone, if you have issues in your social media, or making your online presence or your press release, then you can give Jessica a call or email her or text her. The number is 919-618-8075, and she will respond back out and help you. She's really good at the social media stuff. And like I said, I shouldn't have told that. Everybody thinks I'm really the smart guy behind it, but it's all the people I have. It's all the support I have behind me. That we couldn't do what we're doing if we did not have that positive support.
That makes it really easy too. That's what you need, a nice group to work with. And in this new day and age with so many people around, we should have a few people or a dozen people we work with, because the bigger we want to get, the larger group we have to make.
Well, that is true. So everyone, tune in. We're going to be reaching out to you. You can reach out to us. We're going to have some training workshops that you can come into and participate live. Some of it be recorded, but we're going to be putting information out there that you can touch. But we really want to make a difference. So if you've heard something today that motivates you to want to follow us, then remember, just reach out. Let us know you want to follow us. We're going to put you right beside of us. Remember, you want to know how you're doing, check your 5 closest friends. We're moving to the top. We want you to move to the top also. All right, Shihan, I'm going to end our call today, but just, reach out to me if you need anything. And like I said, I'll touch base a little bit later on. Everyone be blessed. And like I said, any last words, Shihan? I'm getting ready to
Never give up. Never give up, because success is just around the corner. You can't see it, but it's there.
All right, sir.